Welcome back. Communal conflicts in Nasarawa State recently resulted in the destruction of life and property across 18 communities in the state. In the latest attacks involving the Fulanis, Alago and Egon ethnic groups, 32 persons were killed in an ambush in Arikia community in Nasarawa Egon local government area. Following accusations and counter-accusations being leveled by the leaders of the warring communities, our big story tonight examines the toll of destruction in the communal Nasarawa crisis.
This river forms a natural boundary between Fulani herdsmen taking refuge in Wamba local government area and Arikia and Egon farming community in Nasarawa Egon local government area. But it's not enough to hold back invaders who cross it to wreak mayhem on the Egon side. Burnt out and damaged buildings in the Arikia and Iga communities greet Governor Tanko Almakura's tour party, allegedly the work of the Fulani herdsmen.
They know that the Fulani insurgents are kept there to come and destabilize the Egon people, and they have continuously kept them against all complaints that we are making.
The devastation bears the appearance of the war which the Umbata chief claims the emir of Wamba, in whose domain the Fulani herdsmen reside, had allegedly challenged him to. But the police are yet to confirm if that is the case.
By the time we conclude the investigation, that is when we will give out the numbers, and if possible, we will also state the people that actually carried out the carnage. However, this thing happened in the bush, not exactly inside the town. It's around Arikia axis, under
On the other hand, this Fulani community eking out a living in refugee-like conditions on the Wamba side insists they have nothing to do with the attacks.
The emir of Wamba invited most of the Fulani traditional rulers in this state, in this local government, and with the traditional rulers, with the village heads, with the district heads in his palace. He summoned a meeting with them, and he advised all the Fulani that are coming in to Wamba to stay. They should monitor their movement. We don't want to receive any bad element, according to the emir of Wamba, that we, the Ardos, that we have the Fulani traditional rulers, the Ardos and the Wakili, they should monitor the movement of those bad acts among the Fulani people. I think they should not come and stay here in Wamba local government.
It is no more an issue of coming in the afternoon, broad daylight, with weapons firing in the air, scaring everybody, and setting 3-5 houses ablaze and going back. No. They now came early in the morning and ambushed. Just lay in front of your houses. As you come out to think you are going to the farm, they're shooting you dead.
Previous efforts at restoring peace among the warring communities have failed to yield positive results. However, the governor insists he has found the strategy to end the violence once and for all.
Gone were the days when you bring all warring factions and start debating and brainstorming, and it becomes a jamboree. Now we will consider each tribe, each ethnic nationality as a group, discuss exhaustively what they consider their problem, and we will find ways and means of solving those problems.
Regardless of which side of the ethnic divide, the residents may have grown weary of the persistent bloody conflicts.
We must learn to respect our religious diversity. We must respect our ethnic diversity. That is very central if we must remain peaceful among ourselves.
This latest communal crisis in Nasarawa State has cut across 18 communities, affecting the Alago and Fulani in the south and the Egon communities in Nasarawa North. If not arrested immediately, it has the potential of spiraling out of control and engulfing even neighboring states. For the big story, Charles Aruka, for Channels Television News.
First Bank.
welcome to Business News. Now, that oil prices have been on a decline is no longer news. It's the effect it might have on the economy that economists now worry about. One of them, Dr. Pt.3, believes that the Monetary Policy Committee of the Central Bank may adjust its monetary policy rate at its next meeting to suit the mood. Dr. Pt.3 hinged his belief on not just the dwindling fortunes of oil, but also volatility in the foreign exchange market.
There's no how the Naira can remain at the current value. So that means I expect that one of the key decisions the MPC will make is that the official rate, the Naira dollar exchange rate, as well as with other major trading currencies of Nigeria, will have to move from where it is. And that is, foreign currencies will become more expensive. Now, the reality is that as of today, if you want to buy the US dollar by the roadside, it will cost you about 172 to 174 Naira. That is on the one side. Then interest rate, I expect also that at this point in time, the MPC should also face the reality of what the monetary policy rate is supposed to be. It's a policy rate, no doubt, but we also refer to it as a signal rate. Now, having left it at the same level for so long, so we can't be growing this economy at over 6% per annum since 2003 and expect inflation rates to go down. That would be an aberration.
Now, you may watch the concluding part of that interview on Business Incorporated tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Now, talking about the crude market, oil futures continue their downward spiral today, dropping to a 4-year low of $80 per barrel. Brent crude for December delivery shed 38 cents to $80 per barrel in early trade, while U.S. crude for December delivery was down 16 cents at $77.02 per barrel. And reports say this is beginning to create anxiety in government circles, as Nigeria's budget was based on an estimate of $77.50 a barrel. But the federal government has constantly reassured Nigerians that all is well. Now, while it might not be looking good at the crude oil market, the equities market is gradually regaining its footing as the key index continues to recover from weeks of a downward trend. It gained an appreciable 1.61% today. Bolaji Akinwale reports.
Hello and welcome to the Stock Market Report. The local bourse continued on an upswing movement at the end of the trading session for Thursday. The key index gained 1.61% to close at 34,515.47. Market heavyweights Dangote Cement recorded a gain of 17 Naira 37 kobo, followed by Cadbury Nigeria with 4 Naira 33 kobo, and Unilever would gain more than 3 Naira. On the decliners table, petroleum marketing stock Seplat dropped 24 Naira 15 kobo from its share price, ahead of Nestle and 40 Oil. On the volume chart, Transcorp held the highest volume of shares at 81.9 million shares. It came ahead of Zenith Bank and Ikeja Hotel. At the end of the session, investors staked 5.3 billion Naira for 325 million units of shares. That's it on the Stock Market Report. I am Bolaji Akinwale.
And in other news, the Federal Inland Revenue Service, FIRS, is asking members of the public, as well as companies and organizations, to take advantage of the new e-tax payment medium to ensure easy and up-to-date payment of their tax. The new tax payment mode will enable individuals and corporate organizations remit their tax from their respective bank accounts using service channels provided by any Nigerian bank. The agency maintains that the new payment mode will leverage on the security measures provided by this medium with a view to making tax payments to FIRS very easy and secure. And that's a wrap on Business News tonight. Amarachi will be back with the rest of the news at 10.
First Bank.
Next on the news at 10, as the Super Eagles prepare to leave for Congo by midnight, Coach Stephen Keshi says he's confident of victory. That's in sports news. Please stay with us.